future for their economy. In the 1960s and 1970s, Rwanda was good with their money, and they had help from other countries outside of their own, and they had trade terms that helped them grow their income per person, which created low inflation rates. However, when the world coffee prices fell greatly in the 1980s, their growth became sporadic and unpredictable. Compared to the gross domestic product growth rate in 1973 to 1980, they had approximately a 7.5% increase per year. Growth then slowed to an average of 2.9% a year from 1980 to 1985. And in 1986 to 1990, their economy was stagnant and had no growth. In 1990, they had a crisis peak. This was when the first measures of an IMF structural adjustment program was carried out. While the program was not fully implemented until the war hit, there were a few things that they did, like 2 large devaluations and the removal of official prices. This hit the economy hard and caused them to lose a lot of money. Other things that this affected was the salaries and purchasing power of the country. This crisis particularly affected the educated elite, most of whom were employed in civil service or state-owned enterprises. During the Civil War, that turned into the 1994 genocide, the gross domestic product declined 3 to 5 years, ending in a large decline of more than 40% in 1994, which was the year of the genocide. The 9% increase in the real gross domestic product for 1995, the first year after the war, signaled a resurgence of economic activity. Since the Civil War, Rwanda economy has been growing very rapidly. Their main source of income comes from dried tea and coffee, and a small percent of their economic income is from natural resources the country produces, which is not much. Coffee export reached $18 million after the war, and nowadays in post 2000, Rwanda is taking steps towards becoming a better nation altogether. They recently decreased their national poverty percentage from 57% to 45%, and now there's approximately 215,000 connections to electricity in the country. Rwanda has a bright future and have put themselves at one of the fastest growing economies in Africa.